Welcome to the Alchemist Show. This is a student-produced radio show by the Digital Media class at the Perryville Area and Career and Technology Center. On mic is me, Hannah, and today I have a news story about a teen who got accepted into 8 Ivy League schools. While some kids this time of year are stressing over getting into their dream schools, Ifeoma Whitethorpe is trying to decide which of the 8 schools is the best for her. They are not just any ordinary 8 schools either. Ifeoma was accepted into all 8 Ivy League schools and Stanford. Ifeoma says that she applied to the schools because they had impressive research facilities. According to CNN, she plans on studying biology and global health. I'm sure that no matter which Ivy League school Ifeoma chooses, she will be happy.
Rate Dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper car, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Whew. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hello, this is Vanessa Robinson, and we have a song for you next. This next song is by a band named Pheasant, and they've been active for a few years now, but they only released one album so far, and it's called Gravity Beaches. They have over 45,000 listeners just listening to the music. If you ever have any spare time and you want to listen to some of their music, it's pretty good. This next song is called Never Coming Back.
Well, you traveled all this way so you can fade, and the work to find some money that you made. Well, you don't look once and you don't think twice, and if you think once more, it won't be nice. Just take your time, day by day. Oh, if it's a time and a place for you to go, I will surely forget in due time and let you know. I'm waiting for you to walk right through the door. I'm waiting for you to walk right through the door. But you know, you're never coming back, 'cause you can't ever come back. And you know,
Hello and welcome back. I'm Lucas and I'm here to bring you some news. So, roughly 60 years ago, Russian geneticist Dmitry Believ began genetic research to learn how dogs were domesticated and turned into pets. He wished to replicate the first domesticated dogs, but instead of using dogs, he used foxes, mainly because of their similarities to dogs. So, he bought the most domesticated foxes he could find, and the research team figured that would speed up the pace of domestication. So the scientists bred foxes that showed opposite traits of tame pups. Instead of being outgoing, they were defensive and aggressive. This result showed certain aspects that the fox's behavior could be tied to the genetics, and they might be spotted while they're breeding. Sadly, Dmitry died before he could see the final results, but 58 years after the start of the program, there are now a large and sustainable population of domesticated foxes.
Up next is a song by Ethan McSell. Ethan McSell is one of those most exciting guitarists in the New York area. He has developed a reputation as an extremely versatile musician, having professional credits as a guitarist, bassist, keyboardist, singer, arranger, engineer, and producer. If you don't believe that someone can be that awesome, then just listen to this next song. Here it is, The Coming Storm.
Hello, and welcome back to the Alchemist Show. Now we're going to have a discussion about a highly criticized game called Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, this game has gotten a lot of hate since it came out because of, well, one important thing, and that was with the facial animations, but it's not a BioWare game till there's some bad facial animations.
Which is basically mostly only the females.
Yeah, I mean, mostly like in the marketing, that was the part that people picked apart because it was always the female character they showed. They never showed, the male character you could play as. So there are some things that outshine those gripes, like the combat. You've seen some of it.
Yeah, it's like really cool. You got these super awesome spacey guns.
Yeah, you even got jetpacks too, which was great having those added.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like certain things that are added. Some things that I liked that were added back from like the original first game, which was like all your abilities would recharge. Like you could fire out 3 powers, and they all have their own recharge times, which they changed throughout all the series. So that's really nice that they fixed that.
Sounds very nerdy and really cool.
Well, there was actually some things that they added back. One of the big things that made Mass Effect great, in my opinion, which was the exploration. Like, you could go off the beaten path and find really cool things. Like, I'm pretty sure you saw some things like that.
Yeah. Could you teleport across, like, different places on the map, or?
Yeah, of course you can. I mean, the maps are humongous. I believe each one, I would say, is about 5 square miles each, at least. And basically, the maps are huge. Of course, you're going to be able to fast travel across the map. There's even... Well, a big thing in it is the, like I said, the exploration. Like, you can do certain things in it. Like, I was exploring actually yesterday in the game, and I found like big temples that are just randomly in the ground actually. And when I first found it, I'm like, is this area like a tutorial area that was originally used for testing? Because there's just a few enemies. There was all the stuff you learned, like destroyable cover and stuff like that. So it was really interesting fighting just simple things like that.
So it's even more religious cults that like to shove radios down people's throats.
Well, you're not wrong on that. I mean, the antagonist in the game called the Archon, his goal is literally he wants to change every single living species in Andromeda to their own.
Sounds legit.
So there is one thing that, there's a lot still to talk about, but I think that's all we have for now. So I'll see. So
yeah,
the Alchemist Show will be right back after these messages.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse, because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Hello, and the Alchemist Show is back with Nathan here. And today I have a news for you about the city of Berkeley, California, is hosting a free workshop on April 23rd about how to raise chickens in their backyard. Since urban farming is becoming increasingly more popular because of its sustainably and ethical appeal, the Berkeley Animal Care Center will be teaching participants about a host of important fowl issues, such as proper zoning, legality, housing chickens responsibly, and interacting with your birds. Whether you're already a chicken owner or you're interested in adopting your own fowl, the event is bound to informative for amateurs and professionals alike.
Hey, this is Michaela, and I have a song for you today. Started in 1986 in a basement, the Piata brothers, Alan and Lou, along with the Zuko brothers, Jake and Mark, Randy Van Houten later on joined in 1986. The band started out quick, getting lots of gigs and performing across the tri-state area. Eventually, life and families got in the way, so they took a break. All the friends stayed close, and when a class reunion came up, the band offered to play, and now they are back together. This is Another Perspective by Silent Partner.
Hey, it's Caitlin. Today I have some news for you. In the 1990s, there was a report that said 14.2 million children die a year. And I'm happy to report that the study done in 2015 said that the deaths were nearly cut in half to just over 7.2 million deaths. The study was done in 195 countries and with the children 19 years and younger from 1990 to 2015. The top reasons of the death were neonatal preterm birth complications, lower respiratory tract infections, diarrheal deaths, congenital anomalies, malaria, neonatal sepsis, HIV, and AIDS. Regions with lower SDIs have higher deaths. The areas that report the most children's deaths were in South Asia and sub-Saharan Africa.
Everything changed for the Noble brothers when, after they were victims of a drunk driving accident, Justin became paralyzed and Matt suffered a traumatic brain injury. Becoming paraplegic made Justin unable to attend law school, while Matt's cognitive abilities prevented him from joining any workforce. Without any work or prospective career opportunities, the incident wreaked havoc on their mental health. But as fate would have it, Justin and Matt became aware of the other brother possessed the ability that they themselves lacked, making them ideal business partners. In order to unite his sons with a common mission, Justin and Matt's father, Wayne Noble, created Carolina Farmstead, a boutique woodworking studio located on their family farm in rural eastern North Carolina. The business furniture is all made using recycled local materials and certified as environmentally friendly. Since the business was created, Matt started working as the operations manager while Justin took on the role of lead craftsman, both fitting roles for their disabilities.
Today we decided to walk to school. At the corner, we waited to cross the street. The stoplight counted down. 15, 41, 31, 13. We took a left on Carroll Garden Street.
Garden Street?
Loud music was coming from a car. Danny's a smart kid, but he gets so distracted.
There were so many other sounds, I didn't know what to focus on.
Danny, Earth to Danny. Suddenly, he realized he forgot his homework again.
I left my homework on the table.
At the school steps, we hugged goodbye. I really hope he doesn't have another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
Hi, the Alchemist Show is back with another discussion topic. This time it is on Thor Ragnarok. On mic this time is Riley Bradley.
Stan Cook.
Thor Ragnarok has finally released his trailer, and man, I gotta say, it looks amazing. In it, we get a glimpse of Hela, the Norse goddess of death, confronting Thor, and it does not go well for him or his hammer. Hela invades Asgard while Thor is taken prisoner by Valkyrie and the Grandmaster in order to fight in the arena. We get a new look at Tom Hiddleston's Loki, as well as Thor's friend from work, Hulk, who is played by Mark Ruffalo. Not only do these guys have to fight in a gladiator match, but we also have new looks added to them. I can't wait for the movie.
It looks pretty good.
So, one of the big things about the trailer, we both watched the trailer, the fact that they're bringing in new characters from Thor universe and mixing them along with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, Marvel's always trying to expand their universe. They bring in new people each movie, so their plan is to continue making movies until the end of time. So they've got a good start with it. Thor is one of their lesser popular ones, but I think this one's going to be very good because they have some crossovers. They showcase the Hulk, and I think they're going to get a lot more than the first 2 Thor films.
I think so too, and when you're saying crossover, this is a big crossover. It's not mixing just the fact that it's Thor Ragnarok, but in itself it's combined with another Hulk movie that's been made, Planet Hulk, which is something that all the fans have been wanting to see. But as a lot of people know, if you've been reading around, they can't make an official Hulk movie because they don't really have the they can't really single him out into his own movie.
Right. Yeah. Years ago, Marvel had to sell off some of the rights because they were kind of floundering in the media department when they were trying to make movies and things. But so they've got Fox has some rights and Sony has some rights. So they've been able to work with Sony
Yeah.
to utilize Spider-Man in their movies, and I think they're working with Fox to get some of the, at least be able to use some of the characters. I know they can't use the word mutant.
No, they can't use the word mutant anymore.
So eventually one day I think Marvel will have all of the properties back. They may have to pay a lot of money for that right.
I'm hoping soon to get the Fantastic Four, because if Fox doesn't make a movie anytime soon, they're going to have to give up the rights.
Yeah, Fox, the Fantastic Four franchise has been a disappointment. The first two were kind of silly. They were kind of interesting, and that last one was just...
a lot of people hated Johnny Storm for being like, I don't know whether that was, I don't want to say it's reason, but they just did not like the fact that he was they made they cast someone different work. Like, I didn't care. I loved the movie. I watched the movie in general. I liked the Fantastic Four movie, the retelling of it.
You liked the last one?
I loved the recent one, and you can hate me all you want. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Well, I don't hate you for it.
No, I'm
That's
not
your
talking to you.
opinion.
It's my opinion, yeah.
But as far as box office is what drives Hollywood. If it doesn't do well at the box office, they're going to scrap it, start over, or sell off the rights to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And with this Fantastic Four idea, if they do make their movie, they know it's not going to be it's going to do just as bad as the first one did.
Well, not necessarily.
I mean, the first remake. I don't know.
It depends on if they can get the right people together. Some blamed it on the director. Some blamed it on the studio interference. Who knows?
Yeah.
But they kind of wanted to go with the DC look, I think.
Oh yeah.
A little darker, and you know how well that's doing for DC.
Well, I mean, they have darker characters like Batman, and I guess sometimes occasionally Superman can be pretty dark.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder has been making that a priority for his films to make them very dark.
Yes. But back to the Ragnarok, I gotta say, the fact that the first thing we get to see is the biggest scene that cracks it down is Thor's hammer, and I think that's just all this leads people in my mind's melting.
Yeah, that's what everybody's looking for. It's the new Thor movie.
Yeah.
And I guess that's all we have for today. The Alchemist Show will be right back after this important message.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
This next song is called Ride With Me, and it's by Venemy. Venemy is a sound designer who lives in Belgium and has many different record labels, including 99 Lives. You can pick up this song for free on the 99 Lives official website. It's part of the album Golden Gun.
Girl, I can write you right, black on. 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 Girl, I can write you right,
The next song I have for you is You Make Me Feel by MK2. MK2 music was founded in 2001 by Nathaniel Karmitz and Charles Gilbert, and its output is mainly dedicated to original film soundtracks but also integrates world music influences. And MK2 can be found on YouTube, Discog, SoundCloud, CD Universe, and more sites like this. Give them a listen now. Hi, the Alchemist Show is back with another discussion topic. This time it's on why fast food is expensive. This time on the mic is Caitlin,
Michaela,
and Lily.
So, I think...
Okay, we're getting out of fast food from their perspective. I can't say the word. Perspective. Food is priced on profit. So, like, let's say it costs like $2.50 to make a hamburger. They're gonna make it cost $5 because like they have to pay the cooks, they have to pay for the food, they have to pay for the people handing it out, and the like people that bring it and the store and everything. So they're like basing it on profit. They're not gonna base it on, oh wow, it cost 50 cents to make. Let's make it 60 cents. Like you're not gonna make a big profit on 10 cents, especially if you pay your workers minimum wage, which is like $70 now. So yeah, that's why it's more expensive to eat at a restaurant. The price of the eating at home versus eating at a restaurant is double. Like if you eat at a restaurant, it's like they say annually it's around $10,000. I think for a four-family person, and then like for like if you eat at home, it's only $5,000 a year.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper just to go to the store and get like what you need. Like I agree that like more healthier foods can sometimes be like a lot more expensive, but they're a lot.
They're also
healthier. They're healthier and they're a way better option. And then it's better. Yeah, it's like better than going to McDonald's and getting chicken nuggets and then it's just no.
And then like some people are like, oh my gosh, McDonald's or like whatever food is like expensive and like there's no healthy food options, but there honestly is.
They're just more expensive.
The FDA, I think it is. It's one of the food people.
The FDA.
I don't know if it's just the FDA. There's other ones too, but like I work at Sonic, and they have to put all the calories on the food now. And we do have healthy food options. Just people like no one ask, or like they don't like on our websites. We have our like calorie count. On like you can like go on our website, like any like fast food website, and like look up healthy foods. Like we have like orange juice and like water, and we have like green tea, which is supposed to be good for you. Like we have unsweet stuff, we have sweet stuff, and it's just like we have options. You just don't ask, and you just like assume, and it's like
true. I agree with that because a lot of them are getting more like healthy options, even though a lot of they're kind of a little bit more expensive sometimes, but they're still there.
And like people, if you complain about like eating and how expensive it is. People, like, it's scientifically proven that people follow their stomachs, not their mind, whenever it comes to food.
Me.
When, like, you're going out and shopping, like, don't shop on, like, an empty stomach. Shop, like, whenever you're, like, kind of full, but, like, and also, like, have, like, a meal plan prepped. Like, not, like food prepped, like, all on Sunday, but, like, have, like, a list of, like, what you're gonna eat Monday through Sunday, like, you know, like, you're gonna eat, like, roast beef Monday, and, like, you can have, like, one day a week to go eat somewhere, but, like, put that in your budget and, like, be like, oh, you know exactly what you want to eat. It's not that hard, actually. My family's been doing it for years.
That's true. That's a really good idea, actually. That would help a lot.
And especially whenever you're going grocery shopping, you know, like, what you can go look for instead of, like, getting it the same, like, getting all your food, like, the same day and going to Walmart. You spend more money on taxes, like, going, like, once a day. So it's kind of expensive to go do that, too. Food's just expensive. All right.
Do you have anything to say?
That's kind of what I wrote about. Like, when you're hungry, you care about your next meal, not necessarily 4 meals into the future. So it is good to, like, go shopping when you've eaten a little bit. And yeah, I think that's all we have for this topic today. The Alchemist Show will be right back after this important rest.